Hello, Montana counselors. This is Amy Leary from the Montana Post-Secondary Educational Opportunities Council, otherwise known as MOPSOC. Thank you for taking a few minutes to listen to a few updates from me as we start this new school year. I wanted to give you a heads up on some changes, as you know, that are coming this fall with COVID-19. We've had to cancel all of our in-person live college fairs that we normally do, 18 college fairs across the state, and you as counselors and all high schools in Montana always attend and bring your juniors, seniors, and some sophomores. And we, of course, want to start out by saying we're going to definitely miss seeing all of you in person this year. But we are excited to at least have some new, exciting options to still offer these services to you and students. And even though we know we're still learning and they aren't exactly perfect and the same as the live events, we are excited that they do still offer some good opportunities for students to connect with their options after high school and a lot of resources to help them along the way, and hopefully offer you as Montana counselors some tools and resources to help your students through this process. So again, we are going to miss seeing you in person, and we just want to take a minute to thank you for all the good work you're doing, and you always do, but especially in this time where we are really having to reinvent the way we do our jobs and help students. We are feeling very grateful to have you as partners and friends in this journey to help students together. And please know all of the events and programming we are working on offering for you, students, parents, and beyond is your tools, and they're here for you. And so please utilize them in any way that you think would be best for you and your students. Again, we're learning in this time, so any ideas you have are always welcome. These are your events and your programming to help your students, and we're here to help you in that. So I'm going to walk you through what you can expect to receive from us in the next few days, actually, and over the next few weeks as we prepare for our first virtual event. We are having our September college fairs virtually this year, as you know, and those will occur on September 21st through the 25th. Those will be when the live sessions for this event will be happening. Due to limited fall interactions for live visits, live programming, for in-person high school visits, we also have been asked to offer a couple other virtual events as well. As you know, we always do a counselor update end of October, beginning of November. This year with the COVID-19, we're moving that virtually as well, but we are teaming with all of you to brainstorm ideas on how we can still make it special for you. We also are excited to include an opportunity for students in that end of October event. So please mark your calendar for that last week in October, October 26th. We will be doing that counselor update event with extended services to students as well. And then we will also be offering a winter event to, again, try and offer opportunities for students and counselors to still connect while we are limited in those in-person high school visits and other programming. So keep an eye out for more information on each of those following events. But what you should be looking for this September event is a packet coming in the mail. It's been sent to you already, so you should get it early next week. And what it will include is this packet that I'm going to show you is basically an overview letter of the September virtual event. It includes in the packet a few documents that will help you. One is which is a step-by-step process. One thing that's really important, especially in this time, is that you keep us updated with any changes to your counselor directory with COVID-19, being able to stay in contact with you over email and making sure that our directory is up to date for all the colleges and agencies and you guys to interact is really important. So keep us updated with your information. Make sure we have your contact information, emails, those things correct. Also coming in the mail is obviously this packet I'm showing you right now. But in a separate packet, you will receive all the registration cards, the printed little cards, promotion cards that you can pass out to your students for these events. You're going to notice that you received quite a few more this year. The reason being is we sent you almost double what we normally send you so that you can save them for the second event in October, and then the winter event. So don't throw those away. Those will be utilized for all of these virtual events this fall and early winter. So keep a hold of those extra ones. You can use those again for the next events. But that packet will go to your counseling office as a whole. So it'll just be one delivery to your whole counseling office. So those are the 2 packets in the mail you'll be looking for. And then going forward in the next few weeks that we have before this virtual September event, it's going to be really important that you remember this website. It's www.montanacolleges.com/virtual. That is where we're going to be posting all live and current updates with detailed schedules, detailed information about the sessions, any updates about student or counselor registration. All of that will be done through this website. And that's what's promoted on these cards as well. So a student can go to montanacolleges.com and there's an orange button that says register for the fair. You as counselors, this montanacolleges.com/virtual will be where you'll get all the current updates outside of the packet we're sending you in the next few days. So keep checking back there. That will be where we'll be sending you updates. And then just a few announcements with COVID-19. Again, we all know this is a learning time for all of us, and we won't pretend to know all the answers. So we just want to thank you for your teaming together to keep everyone safe, and any new ways that we can team together to help students with you, please know our door is open. Ideas are welcome. These events are yours. These are here to help you, help students, help parents. And so if you have ideas, please share them with us, and please run with this however you think would be best. Even if they're ideas we haven't shared and you think it would help, feel free to make this your own. So with that, a few other things in your packet. You, again, will be getting a separate packet of all your cards. Save the extra cards for these extra events. You also are going to get an overview of what the schedule looks like for the week. Now, I will talk about this a little bit more in a minute, but I do want to let you know that at first look, I'm sure it looks a little daunting, and I don't want you to feel that way. We, instead of choosing to do a one-day event, we decided to offer a week-long event, and that being not that we expect you and your students to attend every session all week long. We know that's not possible. The point is we know that all 200 high schools in the state of Montana are doing very different things within COVID-19, and our goal is to make this accessible to all schools with all different schedules, with students with different schedules. And we didn't want to block any student from having an opportunity to connect by having a one-day event with only one college session that they might miss. So what we were hoping is that within this schedule that I'll talk about a little bit more, you be creative as a school. We don't expect you to attend all this. We are hoping that in this you find something that works and you can grab onto and promote as your own school fair day option. And whatever that looks like, we're excited to embrace it. And so I'll talk a little bit more in a minute about how you can utilize this. In the packet, we give you some ideas of what you might do. And I will give you some ideas over this little webinar too, but please run with any ideas you have. Whatever works for you and your students in your school, we are open to it. We are hopeful that you will team in some way to do something at your school that promotes the sessions for students, because we know left on their own, students don't know what they're missing. And so we appreciate your team efforts to create something in your day, create something in that week that is within your school access to help students get to some of these sessions. But again, how you go about that, we understand everybody is on a different plan. So choose what's safe within your COVID plan, choose what works for your school and your administrators and your teachers, but mostly what you think would be the best service for your students. So you'll get some tips on that in that packet. You're also going to get just an overview of the virtual event with some kind of overview questions and thoughts. So basic things: how do you attend the event? How do you encourage students to register and why? How can you promote the event to the students? How do you create a counselor login and registration? May you as counselors also get information from the colleges and attend sessions, which I'll just answer that. That's absolutely. There's actually, with these virtual events, some even more exciting options and professional development and prizes and incentives for counselors. So keep an eye out for that. The detailed schedule of virtual sessions. This is coming. So we are working on this. And as we get a little closer to the event, we will be sending you an actual detailed schedule session by session with times, who's going to be presenting when. So you can promote that to your students so they'll know really easily who's presenting at what time. Also, you and students will have access to all of that in your online platform too. So I'll show you that as well. But lots of little overview questions. Again, if we didn't happen to address your question and you have one, please contact me anytime. I am here to help however I can. I can't necessarily promise that I have all the answers in this time, but we're working to try and come up with something that will offer this service in some way to help students. But we appreciate your feedback and we appreciate your ideas. By you sharing them with us, we're able to share them with other counselors and we'll all learn together. So feel free to reach out to me anytime. I'm happy to help however I can. Also, as you know, we, for the last several years, have done a special thank you to you as our Montana counselors. We have offered a $1,000 counselor prize for you as counselors who brought your students to the in-person college fairs. And especially in COVID-19, we want to thank you for all you're doing because we know you are reinventing your jobs. We're reinventing the way we're doing service and education for students. We know this is a trying time and we know we're asking a lot by all of us having to change the way we do this to still get students these resources and connect them with their options after high school and know that their futures are still available and the dreams are possible. And we really can't thank each and every one of you enough for keeping that dream alive for students. And we just want to thank you. We will be offering this counselor prize for any of you who log in and attend at least one live session. We also have teamed with our partners, American Indian College Fund. I know I was talking with Retire Montana and they were talking about doing some incentives and prizes and thank yous for you guys too if you attend their sessions. So not just us, but many of our statewide partners and supporters of this event are coming together to offer sessions and resources for you as counselors, but also incentives and some little prizes and thanks for what you do. And we just want you to know that we notice what you're doing and we appreciate the good work you as counselors and schools are going above and beyond right now. So a few little fun prizes and thanks to you guys. Lastly, I just want to let you know in the packet, of course, we are going to continue to support the Support Montana Student Campaign every September. For those of you who've been a counselor for a while, you probably have 5 or 6 years of these posters hanging in your office or somewhere around your school already. To make things simple, this year we are just asking you to grab one of your past year posters and utilize it by taking pictures as group counselors or individual counselors, posting it on your social media with your We Believe in Students or I Support Montana Students poster. Also getting your students involved so that they can get excited about going to college and taking pictures and sharing that. That's basically the campaign for anybody who's new to it. If you want to see past year's information and this year's kind of promotion, go to supportmontanastudents.org. Again, this is a purely run campaign that is just for the good of students. Feel free to hashtag your pictures with hashtag Montana Students, then we all stay connected and we will share it on our social media pages as well. But basically, this is a great effort to just kick the year off, especially in this year, to let students know that they are supported by us and that we're excited for their futures. So feel free to run with that however you would like. Again, if you have an old poster, feel free to use that. Or if you don't have one and you want to access one, you can just go to supportmontanastudents.org/students. And there's a bunch of posters there that you can download for free. Lastly, in this packet is just a promotional poster that you can post up and share. You can make copies of. You can also access on the virtual page website some more links for this to download too if you'd like. So that is the packet that will be mailed to you along with the registration cards. What I want to do right now is give you a quick overview of the webpage that will be updated up until the event. So if you go to montanacolleges.com/virtual, this is the page you will end up on. This has a link to the planning packet that you're going to get in the mail that I just showed you. It'll have a link to register once the live fair registration platform is ready. It has all the information of when these events are, who's invited, what is the schedule. We'll be posting the detailed schedule of events, so session by time within this as we get a little closer. So this will be a great place to come. Some overview views of some ideas, what the sessions look like. All is posted here again at montanacolleges.com/virtual. So come back here throughout the next few weeks to check for updates. We'll be posting it here. What I want to do now quickly is give you a quick overview of what the platform looks like. So when a student or you as a counselor go and click this orange button on montanacolleges.com and click virtual event, register for the college fair, you're going to end up at this virtual platform that we have contracted with to offer this virtual event for you. And I'm going to show you an example today that is not our event. Obviously, we are still working on getting those uploaded and getting ready for our event. So it's not quite ready yet, but it will be by September 14th, open for you as students and counselors to go in and start checking out the profiles, scheduling sessions, all of that. But until then, I wanted to give you an idea. So I'm showing you an example of another event that's happening nationally to give you an idea of what it looks like. So let's take a peek. So how it works is basically this is kind of what our Montana Fair would look like. It's going to be a very similar outlook. Obviously, we'll have different colleges because these are for the other events that is going on. But long story short, a student can go through and obviously look at all the different colleges that are here. And each college and institution or agency or military branch will have their own profile that students can look at. So for example, let's take a look at Concordia University Irvine. So this is an example of a profile of a college. Is basically, it'll have the college name, a photo, a little blurb about who the college is or institution is, upcoming events that they will be hosting. Now, these are the live sessions that students can attend. So for example, Concordia University Irvine is offering a session about their admissions process on September 13th at 6 p.m. That will be running for half an hour. And so how it would work is a student could just click on that and sign up for that session. It's that easy. And so let's say they're interested in the financial aid session. You can click on it. There's a little blurb, who's offering the session, some tags about what the session is about. And then if the student or you as a counselor are interested, you just click remind me. And that gets added into your own personal dashboard. So once a student logs in, or you as a counselor log in, and the login process is very easy. Basically, to register, you are going to enter your name, contact information, high school. It's actually quite a bit simplified process compared to what our in-person fairs are. There's some optional interest questions that a student can answer. We highly recommend, if you're asked by students, to have students fill those out. That helps a college better tailor their information to a student. So that's an easy registration process, probably easier than what our live fairs are actually. But how it works is once you're logged in, students and counselors will have their own dashboard of itineraries, favorites, videos, events that they're attending. So for example, I just clicked on this value and financial aid session that I'm going to attend, and it lets me know it starts in 9 days. It gets added to my itinerary. So this is my itinerary that on the event on September 13th, I've already signed up for these 4 sessions. And it will send me an auto text message and email letting me know that I've signed up immediately after I sign up. And then it sends me reminders before the events with links to join. So really great dynamic system to remind students up until the moment of the session that they can easily join and remind them to join. So that gets added to every, again, individual dashboard for counselors and students. You can also see in this dashboard that you can favorite the colleges and institutions that you like. So it saves in your own little profile all the colleges you're wanting to save or institutions you want to save. Same with videos. It's kind of, again, your own little dashboard that gets saved for every student and counselor. So let's take a look at some of the other options that a student can interact with the college. So you've got these live sessions they can attend. You also have these preloaded videos that the college can upload, and a student can go in and watch these YouTube linked videos. Other options, again, you can like the profile and save it in your favorites. You can also schedule a meeting with the institution. So if the institution has created an option to meet with them one-on-one, it'll show here by clicking on it, and then it'll show some available times. So for instance, Concordia University is offering some one-on-one live meetings to be scheduled. If you click on the day they're offering and then the time they're offering, Garrett is offering sessions at these times, and I could just click it and schedule that one-on-one meeting with him. And so that is kind of an overview of how students interact. Why is that important? Well, basically, what we're trying to do is emulate the in-person live event, the FAIR event, where a student walks into a room, goes up to a table, connects with the college, scans their barcode, and then the college then from there gets to connect with the student afterwards and send them more information. So how does that happen here? Well, if a student likes the profile, if a student schedules an in-person one-on-one meeting, if a student watches these preloaded videos, or if a student attends one of these live sessions or schedules one of these live sessions, that automatically shares the data with this college. So a student's data, a counselor's data will get shared with the college to then connect afterwards with more information. So that's how the FAIR experience kind of happens. And that's an overview of this online platform. The last thing I want to show with you is an exciting feature that we liked as well, is that you can sort by session or exhibitor. And there's a pretty dynamic filter function here so that students, let's say they're really interested in, only Arizona State institutions, or if they want to sort by major, accounting or something, or if they want to sort by a 2-year or a 4-year school, or a public or a private, or the size of the school. By selecting those, it can narrow down and search all of the colleges and all of the agencies at the event. So for example, I selected Arizona. There are 6 Arizona schools in this example fair that I'm showing you. So I wanted you to know that both either in the sessions, so these are the live sessions that all the institutions are offering, you can do these dynamic search functions if you want. Same with exhibitors, you can go and again, use this filter and search out what you want. And then create this dashboard of your profile the week before the event, so that come September 21st, a student is ready, scheduled their sessions, they're ready to go that week, and they know when they need to be either out of class or have worked with you guys on your scheduling plan, or when a student needs to plan to be available for that. So that's our overview of how this works. Again, we know that this is new for all of us and we're learning together, but we are hopeful that it will offer an opportunity for students to still connect. The last thing I want to show you before I let you go is coming back to this overview schedule. Again, we know that you guys are dealing with a lot, and already your schedules are very different across the state on what your school is doing. We know that trying to teach and educate students is challenging in this time. We are hopeful by giving you a week-long of options, you can utilize this the best to you and your school's ability to service your students. So let me give you a few ideas to play with. And again, this comes in your packet too, but since I put the packet together, I've heard some other great ideas. So let me just tell you what thoughts might help you formulate a plan for your school day and your school week around this is, first off, Monday is the intro day, and we strongly encourage that you incorporate these snapshot sessions, excuse me, it's kind of a mouthful, in this afternoon. Somehow, either, I know some counselors have said they're just going to block off their gym with chairs, kind of social distance with a projector, so that students could just pop in and watch these. These are going to be about half-an-hour sessions that are going to be grouped by topics. So there'll be a Montana 4-year session, a Montana 2-year session, a Montana Tribal College session, and then out-of-state sessions grouped by region of the country. And so students will get this quick touch of about a minute long overview of each of the institutions who are participating in this whole week event, so that they can then go into the deeper dive sessions later. So we highly recommend that you make some time or some bit of scheduling available for students to watch these sessions on that Monday. Again, a lot of great ideas was just blocking off a large room or a large your gym so students could watch these sessions. And they are not going to run together, so they'll be one after another. So it's definitely that you could use one big room for students to pop in and out. So that's Monday. We highly recommend you try and accommodate that to give your students that first touch overview. Then from there, it's really up to you how you want to go about this. What we've put together is basically on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, all colleges, military branches, agencies will be presenting on all of these 3 days. So the idea being is you could choose a couple different options, one of which you could choose and say, you know what, we're going to make Tuesday our live fair day, and chose to promote just one of these days to your students. That way, then you really only have Monday, kind of early or late morning, afternoon to promote, and then one full day of either Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. We have asked the colleges to definitely have presentations on these days during the school block. So all colleges will be scheduled with a time during your school day on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So if a student attends a session on Tuesday, they're going to get all the colleges on the same day. Same with Wednesday. So they're not going to miss anything. You could take that approach. So you could do, again, Monday kind of intraday, and then one day to promote to your school so it doesn't impact your whole week. You also could choose to do a variety where you just give student passes and they choose the schedule that's in here, and you work within them individually. I know some counselors said they would prefer to kind of work with later afternoon after hour sessions so that they can block off the whole school, allow the students to spread out, use all the labs, classrooms, space. That's an option too. It's really up to you guys how you want to go about this. Again, we encourage you run in with any ideas you have. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, they might have a different title. Let's say, for example, the University of Montana might have a different title for their session on Tuesday, and a different title for their session on Wednesday, and a different title for their session on Thursday, but they're gonna have a session for each day so that a student will at least be able to connect with them. Now Friday's kind of a fun day. Friday is a day where we're gonna offer some free resources from College Application Week. The Montana Department of Labor is gonna talk a little bit about career resources and career search through MCIS. Retire Montana, I think, is going to talk about some financial aid and scholarship searching and some of their tools, youth apprenticeship programs, Office of Public Instruction, MUS's resources, all of those things we're going to come together. I think maybe MSCA might even have some sessions. So long story short, Friday is kind of a resource day. You'll also have some other smattering of college sessions throughout as well, but it's kind of a catch-all day and a variety day that you can promote as you would like. Lastly, Saturday and Sunday, there are no live sessions and no in-person meetings, but if a student still wants to keep researching the profiles, they can do that. And anytime they, again, like a profile, watch any videos, a lot of colleges are going to be recording these sessions during this week and will post them. So if they missed them during the week, they can catch them on the weekend to watch them. So students can still access the profiles on the weekend, so feel free to share that with students and counselors. There just won't be any live meetings on the weekend. With that, again, I have one last thing is we're going to offer a couple counselor sessions first thing in the morning for just you as counselors. We want to make sure you have some of the most important information on some big topics like financial aid, College Application Week, you name it. So those morning sessions are for you guys. Hopefully you'll be able to attend. I know there'll be some incentives outside of our $1,000 counselor prize. So hopefully you can be part of those if it works for you. Otherwise, again, this event is for you guys. If you've got ideas that we're not thinking of, I know I talked with a couple counselors who are going to run and do some incentives on their own and prizes for students. I heard a counselor saying that they were concerned about students having access after hours, so they were going to leave their computer labs open through some of these evening options. Some were going to work with their local libraries and communities to help offer some of their computer labs after hours. So again, however you can run with this in your school and community to help your students, please know this is, again, your event, and utilize it how you think is best. With that, I just want to thank all of you for your team efforts to help students together. We are here to help you however we can in this time, and please know if you have any questions or need help, I'm here. Again, my name's Amy Leary, and my contact information is amy.leary@montanacolleges.com or 406-531-3531. I look forward to teaming with all of you, and please stay healthy and safe in this time. You are champions for our state and for education, and it's an honor to team with you. Thanks for all your team efforts. We'll be keeping in touch. Have a good one. Bye.